This is Matt Markin, an academic advisor here at Cal State San Bernardino, and welcome back to the CSUSB Advising Podcast. We are at episode 73, and today we have special guest, Dr. Dorothy Chen, professor and program coordinator of Nutritional Science and Dietetics, and we're going to learn more about this major. So, Dr. Chen, welcome.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. And It's a pleasure being here talking to you about my nutritional science and dietetics major.
Yes, absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your path into higher ed?
Sure. So I did my undergraduate at University of Southern California in biology major. And then I did my master's at Cal State LA in the Foods and Nutrition program. And then I did my internship to become a registered dietitian at the Children's Hospital University Affiliated Program. And then I worked for a few years as an adjunct at Cal State LA, Cal State Long Beach, and Mount St. Mary's College. And I also worked as a dietitian in the San Gabriel Regional Center. So I work with children and adults with the developmentally disabilities. And then I went back for my PhD at UC Davis and have my PhD in the nutritional science and metabolism. So, and then I started here at Cal State San Bernardino in 1992. So I'm starting my 32nd year, and I really love this campus and our students and our major.
Yeah, and I think if anyone listening to this gets to meet you in person, I've witnessed at orientation how you really make sure that your students know the major, they understand requirements, they feel like they're walking out and they leave orientation knowing that this is the school I want to go to and this is the major. And I know I have someone that I can always reach out to if I ever have questions. So I'm glad that this worked out to have you on. So that way a lot of other students can be able to learn from you. So how would you describe the BS in Nutritional Science and Dietetics?
Well, this is a bachelor degree that allows you to get the background knowledge that you need for to become a registered dietitian. And if students decided that they are not ready to pursue the registered dietitian, they can take the exam to become technician registered, or the new name is Nutrition and Dietetic Technician Registered, so NDTR. And so, but a lot of our students use the NDTR as a stepping stone to get experience, to make some money, and then they come back and they can complete their internship to take the registration exam to become a dietitian. Now, starting January 1, 2024, to become a registered dietitian, one also has to finish a master's degree. And so as a result of that, our department has started offering Master of Nutrition and Sciences in the fall of 2023. And then we incorporate that with the internship program, or what we call a supervised practice. And then when they finish in 2 years with a master's degree, then they can sit for the registration exam to become a registered dietitian. So again, it adds another layer. But at least with a bachelor degree, when the students receive the verification statement, they can then work as an NDTR, and then they can do the master's degree in the evening with the supervised practice. So there are a lot of different options that we can work with our students to get them through to become a registered dietitian.
Wonderful. And generally speaking, what are students, what might they be learning in their classes?
Oh, it's a 2-year program after you finish your biology classes like anatomy, physiology, microbiology, and then 1 year of chemistry, general organic and biochemistry. So, and then within that 2 years, the first year you learn the foundation knowledge of the nutrition, dietetics, and food science. And then the second year, that's where you start applying the knowledge that you learned in your first year into the professional application. So we do a lot of case studies. We learn a lot of integration of materials. So it does require a lot of critical thinking skill, just because as a dietitian, you may know the book knowledge, but each patient has a special need and requires special care. So it allows the dietitian to have that control over how they want to share with what the patient's needs are and what the information they need to share with. So it's a very practical profession, and not only are you going to be using that knowledge in with your patients, but it's something you can apply every day to your own personal life as well as with your family and friends.
Definitely. Do you find that there's any misconceptions one might have when they hear nutritional science and dietetics as a major?
Well, everybody knows something about nutrition,
Hmm.
whether they are factual or not.
Yeah.
And so we teach our students science and evidence-based facts. So when you go to the internet and you can look up anything, but how do you know whether that information is science-based or evidence-based, right? Because anybody can claim to have the knowledge of nutrition, and we all eat food. So food is very much linked with nutrition. And so what we do as dietitians is that we use food as a medicine in many ways to try to control the signs and symptoms of the diseases. So, for example, diabetes, it's a big disease, and it affects many people in the United States, especially type 2. So, with the type 2 diabetes, it can be totally controlled by lifestyle change and by the way you eat, as well as what you eat. And with the weight loss, it helps to control the blood glucose better as well. So that's what we do. We work with food, we work with lifestyle, and then we try to incorporate all of that into hopefully people who are going to be going into the for the treatment of the diseases. Pills are easy to do, but lifestyle changes are a little bit hard. So as far as myths go, people think that, I could just take a pill and I can control my diabetes. But on the long run, when you use food and when you control your lifestyle, it makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah. And let's say students listening to this and they're like, this really sounds like a very interesting major, something maybe I want to do, but maybe I'm on the fence of declaring this as my major. Do you have any advice for that student?
Well, I would say nutrition is a background that you could use for any allied health profession. So if you understand how the food, how the nutrients, how you can use all that into disease prevention as well as to treat diseases, you're way a step ahead of every average American. So I would say, it's one of those that if you're thinking of going into any allied health or any medicine or dental or pharmacy, or even, to become a dental hygienist, all of those knowledge can be applied. So it's a good foundation degree that you can take it to the next step and build on that to get yourself a great profession that you want to go to.
Right. So definitely then career-wise, it's something that if a student's doing this major and if they decide, you know what, maybe I don't want to go on to the master's and maybe go to become a dietitian, they have a wide range of different career paths they can go into.
Right. And so the thing is that in the undergraduate degree in the dietetics, you not only learn about the medical nutrition therapy, you also learn about community nutrition. So if you do want to go and work in the public health setting, that allows you to do that as well. And then we also train our students to work in the school nutrition. So if you want to go work in the food service, in the nutrition field, you could do that with or without RD, but you can definitely have more advantage with the registered dietitian. And so one of the other thing that is also a good our students can get into is they can become certified dietary manager, or they can become a food service manager as well. So there are a lot of career and opportunities related to food, and everybody has to eat. So, right?
Yes, definitely. And for students that are in the major, does your department offer any resources to help them during their time at Cal State San Bernardino?
Well, the biggest resource you have is me, right? I am your academic mom, as I always tell my students. So, anything you need to help you to be successful, we're there. And our faculty are very student centered and very student focused. And so the main thing is that, again, we do have some scholarship available for our major, as well as, our office staff are also very supportive. And so we are there for our students. And so I think anything we could do to help for our students to be successful, we're there. Other resources, well, the main thing is that, we teach you how to cook, and that you learn about different cultures so you can work in any environment here in Southern California or even worldwide. And as far as career options go, whether you're ready to go into become a registered dietitian now, or maybe 3 or 4 years down the road, it is always that possibility. So maybe after 5 years, some students may have to come back and retake some of the classes. But otherwise, the gap years are great. And some of our students go into Peace Corps to learn more about, some of the world nutrition issues and what they can do to help people around the world. So, yeah, resources are there. It's just a matter of, students asking, or we can provide you with what information you may need to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of great information that you were able to share on this episode about the major. So, Dr. Dorothy Chen-Maynard, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Matt. And it was very nice chatting with you. Thank
Yeah.
you.